Hi everyone, my name is Butch Locsin, and I'm a contemporary performance artist based in LA. About 5 years ago. Prior to that, I would always celebrate Day of the Dead. I'd wear a Calavera mask, or I'd get my face painted. And I think about 5 years ago, I kind of made myself a latex mask. The latex mask didn't work out. Something about the smell of it made my stomach turn. So eventually I was like, you know what, I want a helmet-like mask. That would be easy for me to take off and put on. And then eventually made the skull mask. I really wanted to connect with everybody, and all of us, at the end of the day, have a skull. It's the one thing that connects us all. After everything's said and done, the skull just means my life and work, man. It represents everything that I've been doing, everything that I've done. Everything that I have built up to myself is because of these things, you know? They mean a lot. They mean work, passion, sweat, sacrifice. They mean, just so much more to me now than just simply the skull. What I like the whole aspect of Day of the Dead is that you're not celebrating somebody's death. You're actually celebrating the life that person had. And I really like that whole contrast of life and death. And it's just, there's some really beautiful truth behind it. And I don't know, I was really attracted to that whole idea. So how I incorporate that into what I do is that I represent myself with the skull mask, which is obviously death. But yet I'm performing with smoke grenades, colorful smoke grenades, which kind of represent life. So it has that counterbalance of life and death. Yeah, I was there last year. I was in Oaxaca. I had the opportunity to go out there, and I did it. And I actually even did a whole performance out there with the help with the tourism. And kind of getting acceptance there was definitely a confidence booster, that's for sure. I never hid the fact that I got inspiration from the Day of the Dead, that I definitely love Day of the Dead. I don't want to repurpose it or try to culturally appropriate or anything like that, but this is where I got my inspiration from, and people seem to be really accepting of me out there, so it's really cool just to be able to kind of go back and be able to gain that acceptance. Man, I feel free. I feel amazing. Definitely when I wear the mask and the smoke grenade is off, I transcend to a different character where I'm focused and I'm kind of really in tune to my surrounding and what I'm doing. So when the mask is on, I pop the smoke grenade. I only have seconds to kind of figure out where the wind is going, how the smoke grenade is interacting with the wind, but then also moving, creating the composition, interacting with the crowd. And I have to do all that within within seconds. Yeah, when I think about it, it's like a rush, and eventually figured out how I can create the photos and shoot myself. And that way I own more of the content and have more flexibility to the video and photo content. No, honestly, when I was starting to do this, I really thought it was going to be something for 2 or 3 months. Prior to that, I was a personal trainer, just working at various gyms like 24 Hour Fitness, LA Fitness. I thought I was going to go into physical therapy, but realized that I was excelling more in art classes. The performance aspect really just kind of took over my life, and I realized that there's a lot more opportunity if I kind of venture on this road. I haven't really been painting or drawing as much as I have. I've been focusing more on creating the mask, performing, been traveling a lot, did a lot of collaborations recently with French Montana, which is definitely amazing. I never planned anything. I never went okay, I'm gonna work with French Montana, or I'm gonna work with Fall Out Boy. I had no idea any of that stuff was gonna happen. But what I did do was that I focused on myself. I created the artwork, and I did it as best as I could. And because I did that, those gave me the opportunities to work with those people. And it just taught me, you can definitely plan ahead of time, but you don't know what the future is going to hold. But what you can do in the present is prepare for that. Yeah, I did a commercial with Corona, Mexico. They wanted this scene where the guy was going to jump out of the smoke, right? And I had full control to do whatever I wanted. So first I started off, I was like, okay, we're going to set off 8 smoke grenades. and they were like, oh, we like it, but we want more smoke. By the end of this, I did like 20 smoke grenades at one time. I unfortunately developed a disease called gout, inherited from my dad because he has it. If you guys don't know what it is, it's an inflammatory disease that mainly generates on the foot, where it literally blows up like a wine bottle. Makes it really hard to walk. I kind of went into smoking a little bit just to kind of like heal a lot faster. And then just the pain wouldn't be so much or whatever. So overall, it's been really helpful to kind of have it around. If you always pursue happiness and you do what you want and what makes you happy, you never know what that road would take you. If you do it passionately, people will see that passion and will want to work with you. You know, you'll find success through your passion, and that will motivate you. And so I always tell people, man, just do what you want to do it your way. Your happiness will see you through. I never thought about like, oh, what I'm doing is different from other people. I just never did. Like, I was just doing because I did it. It wasn't until after the fact that people were like, oh, you're really different, that I realized, okay, maybe what I am doing is different from everybody else. But going into it, I never thought about it. I just focused on just keep doing me. And that was it. And I guess like if I have to say what makes me original, is simply that I'm just me. And everybody has their makeup, and everybody has their own flavor, and anybody can be an original, right?